This is Hollywood Headliners with Rob Weller, coming to you from the Sunset Gower Studios in the middle of Hollywood. And now, here's Rob.
That's more like it. I'll have to talk to Eric Boardman, my warm-up guy. Tell him to get that audience a little bit more fired up. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Hollywood Headliners. I'm Rob Weller. Remember, we bring you the inside and the insight of Hollywood here and Hollywood Headliners. Okay, first headlines of the week with Big Andy E. and our Say Rose. Let me hit the button. Andy, you're back from Europe where you were last week covering the baby's birth.
Yeah, that was
for Hollywood Headliners.
Had a good time.
Mm-hmm. Did you bring back some nappies for us?
Well, you know what those are, don't you?
Maybe I'll do. Maybe I'll bloody do. All right, what's cooking headline-wise?
I actually might need a nappy after this show. The top trending stories on Hollywood Headliners include baby daddy Simon Cowell.
Oh.
The primetime pop music judge is going to be a father for the first time. But it's not that simple. The expectant mother is a New York socialite who happens to be the wife of one of Cowell's close friends.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Say that again.
That's your cue, say.
No. Andy, that again.
But it's not that simple. The expectant mother is a New York socialite who happens to be the wife of one of Cowell's close friends. And that couple, the husband, the friend, the pal, filed for divorce just a couple of weeks ago.
Uh-oh.
Named in the papers, Mr. Simon Cowell. And before we went on air, they were taping his new show, The X Factor.
Yeah, I can tell you what the X Factor is. I can tell you where the X Factor goes.
Walked right by the press. No comment.
Really? He didn't have a thing to say.
No. Now he's always said he didn't want babies, didn't want children. He said if he did, he'd want to start out at the age of 10. So let me get this straight. He had a thing with his best buddy's wife, and now he's going to be a dad. And they were photographed all together taking a nice family vacation together a few weeks ago. So.
Yeah, obviously it was a nice vacation.
And apparently this former friend of his is bent on sort of destroying Cowell. He's going to go public with all kinds of stuff. He's not taking
exciting.
it lying down.
I'm looking forward to this.
He'll be better than the X Factor or American Idol.
Can we book him? Andy, get on the phone. I want that guy.
And speaking of the X Factor, Lindsay Lohan has served her time in rehab, her 90-day treatment, first at the Betty Ford Center and then in the Malibu Clinic.
Wait. So she was just in 2 clinics over 90 days.
Right.
And she left Betty Ford. Why?
She didn't like it there.
Yeah, it just wasn't really her thing.
It wasn't a good fit.
I don't think they were letting her smoke cigarettes there either.
What kind of cigarettes?
Hell no. Electronic. She was there because it was part of a plea agreement in a criminal case, and a lot of gossip sites have Lindsay heading for Europe, but E is saying she's going to guest host Chelsea Lately next week. So
she's going to do Chelsea Handler's show next week.
Yep.
She'll guest host it?
Right.
Does that mean that Chelsea is there is Chelsea?
Probably will be there, I imagine.
Yeah.
So she's like you guys as a guest host on my show.
Just like this.
Yeah.
And speaking of talk shows, President Obama will appear on next Tuesday's Tonight Show.
He's been on before, hasn't he?
This will be his 6th on-camera chat with Jay Leno. The network says talk will center on jobs initiatives and the economy.
Heard any funny ones lately? Maybe Hillary told him a couple of good ones when she had lunch with him the other day out in back of the White House there.
And speaking of Hillary.
Yeah?
CNN says it's going to produce a movie based on the life of Obama's former Secretary of State. It's going to be released in theaters and air on CNN. Casting has not yet been announced. And just before their announcement, NBC says it is going to produce a show based on the life of Bill and Hillary. It's a 4-hour miniseries. Diane Lane has been cast as Hillary.
Oh, wow. I know Diane. I spent the day with her one time when she was filming the McMurtry cowboy miniseries.
Yeah.
What the heck was it? We were in Santa Fe, and I was at a party with her. I sat with her for hours. She is
Lonesome Dove?
Lonesome Dove.
Yeah.
She is great. I love her.
So who would you cast as Bill Clinton? I had one idea.
Well, who would that be?
I thought Southern, charming, good-looking, and Remember, it's not Bill Clinton today. It's Bill Clinton back when.
Okay.
Matt McConaughey.
Wow. Say's got a Matthew McConaughey story.
I
You
do.
can't tell it though.
No, it's not. It's not for on air.
No. Who'd you cast?
I had two choices.
All
My
right.
first, Owen Wilson. I think he and Bill look very similar.
He's got
Okay.
that funky nose.
Yeah.
He does have that nose. They're both from the South, both very charming.
Yeah.
Second choice, a little different, Matt Damon.
Oh yeah, Damon. Well, Damon played Scott in the Liberace thing.
Right, right. And then there's also
Matt Damon can do anything.
Kevin Spacey's playing that Southern
Yeah, on House
congressman,
of Cards.
senator
House of
on
Cards.
House of Cards.
Yeah.
And he's sort of chameleon-like. I don't know. It'll be interesting to
I
see.
did hear that I think a year ago or two, Bill Clinton was interviewed and asked who he'd want him to play in a movie.
And?
He said George Clooney.
Hey, by the way,
Have you ever met Bill Clinton?
I've never met
I
Clinton.
have. And he is
What,
by
am I
far...
supposed to? What do you want to raise now? Because you met.
it
I
was
know
by
Bill
far-
Clinton.
No, a raise.
know Bill.
Let's see, a raise from would be...
I'm so connected. Give me a raise.
It was a concert, of course. You know, it was a fundraiser, the DNC fundraiser, and the Rolling Stones were playing, and he was
Nice.
the MC. And we met him backstage, and he is unbelievably charming.
Yeah.
Charming.
He's the most charming person.
So,
In the
are you thinking
universe.
of dating him? Is that what you're telling me?
I am.
Well,
You
say
stay out
Bill.
of it.
Bill, say.
I'm here.
I would. Here's who I would. Here's who I would have play Bill Clinton. Sting, because he's British.
I thought you were going to do a John Cryer promo there.
This is John Cryer, and you are listening to Hollywood Headliners.
Hey,
with
by the way,
Rob Weller.
I ran into him on the street the other day. He was out in front of. You know what
Where-
he was doing? He was out with his son. I'm telling you, Cryer's the best dad.
Yeah.
His little boy was out doing some skateboarding in the hood, and he was out making sure.
the
You know,
hood.
yeah, he was okay. I love Cryer.
Do you want one more
Everything.
story? Do we
Yeah,
should
no,
move to-
go with one more.
All right.
You're red hot tonight, Andy. Just unbelievably red
Thank
hot.
you, old Weller.
I want a raise.
Zynga has filed suit against a company that created a sex app called Bang with Friends. Now, if you know Zynga, you know Words with Friends, which I and everyone I know is addicted to.
Yeah,
Yep.
Say's playing that. Has been playing that with my
I
sister.
challenge you.
Really?
I'm down. Bring it.
They say the company is violating intellectual property rights and it's, quote, caught a free ride on the coattails of their game. Adding a little bit of insult to injury, Zynga says Bang with Friends app was, quote, created by three 20-something men over the course of a night and with the help of a lot of Red Bull and vodka.
Oh,
Probably.
I
and,
don't know what the downside of that is, but
and what did they do? They came up with Words and Friends by eating vegan and quinoa.
and they're not 20-something.
Come on.
Sounds like they're jealous a little
Yeah,
bit.
bitter party of one.
Yeah, it
Zynga.
does. All right, Andy, those were really, really good stories.
You're quite welcome. You're quite welcome.
I think I feel almost up to date. If only I had a couple more stories. Say, how about you?
I have three.
Ooh, look out.
All right, so we knew that Avatar was going to have sequels, but just how many? Fox announced that the James Cameron directed series will have not 2, but 3 sequels, so a total of four individual films in the series.
Wow, sounds like they're kind of going with the old George Lucas. Hey, let's do 12 prequels
Right.
before we
They
get
have
back to the
titles?
original movie.
Is it
I
going to be
don't-
Avatar 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I
7?
don't think they have titles yet. 4 writers were just hired to help Cameron complete the screenplays and plans to have the first installment out in 2016. So just 3 short years away until we get more Avatar. And Avatar is the highest grossing film of all time, having made over $2.7 billion.
Oh,
with
quit
a B
bragging.
dollars.
And the best ever done in 3D,
Right.
I think.
Yeah, I also believe that.
Well, that's good.
It's great.
Yeah, you guys that. What are you big? Are you on Cameron's
know-
payroll or something? Are you on
Well,
the
I
tape?
know your favorite 3D movie is Smurfs 2, so
Well, my favorite 3D movie was Them back in 1955.
All right. Well, Amanda Bynes is reportedly doing well in the psychiatric hospital she's in. Since being on a combination of medications, her behavior has become less erratic and she is no longer hearing voices. While she is doing better, she's still...
Yeah, but is she listening to our show? That's what I want to know.
Can she get that on her smartphone? While she is doing better, she still wants out. Amanda had a court hearing today to get out of her involuntary hold. However, the judge denied her freedom, as Amanda still denies any illness and has to get used to her medications, and a formal diagnosis is yet to be made.
Well, we hope she gets better.
Sad.
Definitely.
Seriously, I mean,
Yeah.
we've given her a bunch of CRAP, but I want to get her back.
It sounds like she's on the way to recovery from whatever this is.
I told you she took art lessons with my youngest daughter.
I know. I've actually seen her in various places around Studio City.
In Studio City, which is where they show it.
Where's our theme song? We
Oh,
need it.
Oh,
Could you add that to the
studio,
drop list?
oh, studio.
All right.
You won't believe it. I think our guest tonight, Mary Kate McKeon, is from Studio City.
Well, who isn't?
Okay, do you have one more?
I do. On the mental health note, Josh Marks, a contestant on the TV show Master Chef, is being evaluated for his own mental condition after a run-in with cops at the University of Chicago. A campus cop noticed Josh apparently bleeding from the face, and when he tried to offer help, Marks punched the cop and tried to steal his gun.
Well, yeah, who wouldn't?
When two other police tried to restrain him, Josh took off running. He was finally caught and taken to a hospital where he had to be chained to a bed. And when asked about the outburst, Josh said that Master Chef host Gordon Ramsay had possessed his body and made him God.
Well, yeah, I
So,
can tell you that.
Instead of serving food, he's going to be
Serving time.
Ah, very
While
good.
he's currently being evaluated for a mental illness, he has been charged with 2 felonies, aggravated battery on a peace officer and attempting to disarm an officer.
Okay.
Working with Gordon Ramsay can do that to a person.
Over the top.
Do you think that show is rehearsed?
Oh, no, it's completely spontaneous.
Maybe we should rehearse our show like they rehearse theirs, and it would be better. Okay.
I needed that.
Thanks for the clap.